Welcome to the channel. Wombat here, bringing you an episode of Ark Survival Evolved. I stand here at the start of this video over two of my corpses. That's me, and that's me too. I get a little bit of meat here for my bird. So, funny thing is that I'm dying right outside our base. I'm going to show you how I managed to do that. And I've made this mistake so many times. I just got this guy today, Dopey, my new Pteranodon. And I keep hitting the wrong button. Button E does this. Jumps off. Oh! Not a big deal. However, I was planning to start my video with an aerial view of our base, way up here. And two times I managed to hit the E button and dismount in midair and fall all the way to my death. So anyway, on to the plan for today. I'd like to start by showing you everything that we've done. This is stuff that's been going on during the filming of these videos. It's stuff I just didn't show. We had other things going on. So you can see this entirely new structure here. And this is going to be where we're going to place a couple of vaults. That's why it's so large. We've tamed quite a few dinosaurs as well. We've, I think, finally replenished most of what we lost in that raid. A couple of these are mine, so you already saw Dopey. And then we've got Grumpy, my raptor, who apparently has a level. Let's check. Alright. Give him some stamina. Always good to have. Alright, and then we've got a couple more of the dwarves over here. We've got... which one is this? That's Bashful. That's Happy. There should be another Dilo somewhere around here. Sneezy over here off to the side. Trying not to get people sick, maybe? I don't know. Now, I did start the morning with a tame out here, actually. I normally log off inside my house. I logged on, I heard a dinosaur, I came out, and there was a dolphin sitting right here. So I thought, you know, extremely fortunate event. I can go ahead and just tame it. Don't have to chase it down, don't have to worry about oxygen levels while underwater trying to tame this thing. So I tamed it. I spent the resources to make the saddle and put it on, and it was beached. It was stuck on the beach. I couldn't get it off. I tried everything, and it just didn't want to go into the water. It was almost completely out of the water. It was barely touching the water, and it wouldn't go back in. So I ended up taking the meat off of that. Alright, moving on into the house. I think you already saw the preservation bin. I did get a forge in, a smithy, and also the mortar and pestle. Now, while we're here, I do want to cover something. Someone, Geo, actually mentioned to me, he said, you shouldn't set your pins while you're videoing. People can see what your pin is. And I actually made sure beforehand that that wasn't the case. And I told him, I was like, no, you can't see what I'm hitting. And he's like, no, you hit 5555. I saw that. And I'm not that dumb. I'd like to think that I'm a little smarter than that. So what I'm going to show you is, this is what you see when I put in my pin. And the reason it looks like 5555 is because that's where the cursor lies, but I'm actually pressing it on my keyboard. I can move this away and put in my pin. Same thing. It's not 5555, and all of these aren't even the same. I have several different combinations that I use for different things, the doors, the chests, and whatnot. So, yeah. Even if someone on this server is watching these videos and tries to come over here, it's not going to help them, because the combo is not 5555. Alright, moving on. Gotta watch those spikes. I'm always worried I'm gonna hit those things. lose this guy. He likes to move around on me. Oh, he's right here in front of me. He likes to move around on me, and I don't always know where he is. Alright, so a couple things to note about your dinosaurs when you are riding them or using them at all. Their food levels will drop. You got to make sure you keep food on them. That's why I thought I'd put more meat than that. Alright, I'm going to have to farm for some meat. Actually, no, I have some. Let me go grab that real quick out of my house. You got to make sure they have food on them because they can die of starvation. Someone let Geo's Pteranodon die of starvation earlier today, and he wasn't happy about it, so I want to make sure I don't do that to mine. Let me go back in my house here. I've got a couple stacks of meat in the preservation chamber. Just trying to block me, and he pooped. Of course he did. Right on the doorstep. At least he couldn't do it inside. Alright, so I got that, and we're going to the outpost. It's going to be cold, so I'll take a little extra meat for myself. I have a feeling I'm going to be blocked, so I'm just going to go up and jump down. Probably be easier than trying to get him out of the way. Yeah, I did get a few more walls in here. Slowly working on this, but all those other upgrades have taken quite a bit of my time. We also got some turrets in, and the resource requirements for those are insane. I was mining metal for a very long time. So as I was saying, make sure you have food on your dinosaurs. If you don't, they will die. Another thing when dealing with the flyers, like this one, you got to watch your stamina. For all the ones on the ground, it's not a big deal. If you run out of stamina, it just means you can't sprint. But with the flyers, if they run out of stamina, they will land and they will push you off, no matter where that is. So, yeah. I did manage to land right in the middle of another tribe's compound because of that. It was not a good thing. Fortunately, I got out of there pretty quick and didn't get attacked, so... Alright. I'm going to go ahead and land. I always do a quick scan, make sure there's no big dinosaurs around, like a T-Rex, because they are all over this area right here specifically, typically. Wait for his stamina to go back up. Alright, and... there we go. Going back up. So I think I've got my stamina leveled up now enough that I only have to stop once. I might have to stop a second time, I'm not sure yet. Typically I have to stop at least 2 times just to be safe. I don't go too low on the stamina bar before I land, because like I said, I don't want to end up having to land in a hostile area with no other option. So that's an airdrop. I'm not going to go for it. If it was a purple airdrop, I would definitely go for it. That was another thing. I did get some guns and some blueprints from 2 or 3 purple airdrops I managed to get. We're almost there. So yeah, I think I can actually make it with stopping once now, which is good. That's actually a huge improvement. Once I can make it here in one go, I'll be happy. And that was one of the reasons Geo was so upset about that bird specifically, is because it actually had high enough stamina. It was able to get all the way out here without having to land, which is pretty good. Alright, so let's see if I can get in here without hitting the spikes. Nope, I hit the spikes. Get unstuck. There we go. Alright, so I'll park him. I'll come out here and close this gate now. I have learned to be very careful when exiting with him. This is actually the 3rd Pteranodon I've had so far today. The other 2 are dead. The first one I was taming, and somebody from another tribe came around and was messing around and dropped a dodo right next to it, and then started killing the dodo and accidentally hit the Pteranodon and killed it. So fortunately I had only been there for about a minute before that happened. Not a big deal. Didn't waste too much time, only lost like 1 narcotic and maybe 1 or 2 pieces of meat. The second one died here. I mounted him. I got over to the door because you can't operate the doors on a dinosaur. So I opened the door, and the door opened and pushed him through this wall and floor section, and he got stuck right there. I couldn't get him out. He ended up dying on the spikes. So now what I do is I make sure I open the door before I get on the dinosaur and fly out, just to prevent that from happening. We also added some preservation bins in here. That'll make things go a little smoother here. So I have talked to the tribe leader, and this is going to be as was intended from the original, or from when I was first invited to the tribe. This is going to be where I spend a good majority of my time. I'll be working here with Bob, maybe one or two other people, and while the other tribe members focus on upgrading the main base, I'll be working on upgrading this. So I do have some plans already. I kind of have an idea where I want to go with it. I am going to expand it out a whole nother section on this side and move a lot of this stuff over there, and then use this area specifically for dinosaurs, and mainly because I'm looking to get a mammoth and a dino, which we definitely are going to need space for. Those are going to be used for wood and stone. It'll make this a lot easier for the main base upgrades if we can get those dinosaurs, but we need somewhere to place them. I can't just leave them outside or they will end up dead. So yeah, that's my goal for today. It's going to be at least getting enough, let's see, getting enough materials to continue expanding this new floor out. And I want to make it at least as big as the other one. So basically I'll be doubling this in length. Now that's going to take a lot of resources because of the way it's built. The further out I go, the further down the pillars, or the longer the pillars have to be. So what I was actually thinking about doing, instead of coming all the way out this one direction, I'll come out a little bit this way, maybe the same as the width of this building, out that direction, and then I'll add the length on this side, basically make it into an L shape, and that'll save me quite a bit of resources, because I won't have to make the pillars quite as long up here. Because again, if I've got to make pillars for that height down, I think here would be the full length of it, maybe. That's probably going to take 5 or 6 pillars just to make one. So yeah, I definitely don't want to spend that much resources if I don't have to. Ooh, metal. Anytime I see metal, I go for it. I don't want to miss an opportunity on this. I'm in the process of making, or trying to save up to make a rifle and some ammo. So that'll be another video. Once I have, costs 95 metal ingots. That's one of the materials for a rifle. And it takes 2 ore, or 2 raw metal for an ingot. So basically I just mined 10 ingots, and it didn't take me very long. Let's see if there's any up here. Usually there's some metal up here. Yeah, this is a hot spot for metal. Now, I know there's level. That's 40. All right, actually we'll do that inside, because level 40 I just unlocked a whole new set of things I can open up in the engrams to craft. So we'll take a look at that. I know it unlocks the fabricator, but I don't think... Ooh, that's an Argent. Alright, I'm gonna get this, and then we'll go back inside. I don't think I'm gonna... Well, I might. I don't know if I'm gonna spend the points on the fabricator. It's gonna depend on how many it costs. If I don't do it now, I might do it later. Because while I do have a tribe, I also like to be able to be somewhat self-sufficient. I like to have a dedicated set of equipment in my house. That's why I already put the forge and the smithy and the mortar and pestle. Things we already have both here and the main base. But it's nice to have, specifically the forge was a big one, because while I'm saving up these metal ingots, if I leave them in the forge to burn, because it does take quite a while to melt those into ingots, somebody else might grab them and use them, because this is kind of a community thing, and I don't want something I have specific plans for, especially if it's for one of these videos, to be used. So unless I'm actually here with it, I can always put it back in the forge at my house, and then nobody else can access my house. So it'll definitely be there when I come in. So I can gather a whole bunch of metal tonight, throw it on the forge with enough wood, and go to bed. And tomorrow morning when I wake up, it's ready for me. Wow, 85 metal. That was actually quite a bit. A little more than I expected. Alright, let me throw some wood and get this started. So this can work while we're filming, while we're videoing. Alright, that should be enough wood. Alright, I'm going to take these out because these do not belong to me. Those are for the community. And there were six raw metal in there. That's the lamp. Okay. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't get it to go in. That was because it was the standing torch inventory. It doesn't belong there. There were also 6 raw metal. So 3 of these ingots will belong to the community. So as soon as those are done, I'll move them over so I don't forget. Alright, now onto the level while we're waiting for that. Starting to get more and more difficult deciding what I want to put my points into. I've put quite a bit into carry weight, and honestly it's been a huge help in gathering the resources, because I'm able to get about 200 stone before I hit my weight when I'm out gathering, before I have to run back to the house and drop it and then move, go back out again. So that's been a huge help, but I've also put a few, obviously more than a few points into melee damage, and I think I'm going to add some into health. I've also done some movement speed and stamina. Alright, let's go all the way down to the new stuff, actually. Right. We've got our 3 ingots. Go ahead and throw those over here before I forget, because I will forget, and I don't want to, I'd feel like I'm stealing. Even though it's community resources, I don't want to use it for something specifically for me. Make sure my bird has food. Now, even though it doesn't necessarily need the food right now, because it's not working, it's not doing anything, if you notice the timer, it spoils in 4 minutes and 40 seconds, but when I move it over to the dinosaur, it's 18:34. And then if I move it over to the preservation bin, it's 45:19. So when you're out gathering berries and meat, the dinosaur, you can put them on there and it will last longer, so you can continue going. Alright, we were looking at the level up. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. So I have 83 points. I've been saving up for about 5 levels or so. Well, maybe 4 levels. I did spend some points. I did unlock, let's see, what have I unlocked since the last video? Long neck rifle, simple rifle ammo, shotgun ammo. I did not learn the shotgun simply because I already have 2, and we already have the blueprint for that, so I don't really necessarily need that. Alright, so the fabricator costs 24 points. I'm going to hold off on that. The silencer would be cool, but I don't have to get that because we have the blueprint for that. And that's going to be probably something I do later today or tomorrow. Is I'm going to go through and make a full list of all the blueprints so I know exactly what we have and I don't need to use points on. Alright. I can't learn any of this stuff because I'm missing something. So this one's missing the smithy. So I couldn't learn this anyway without spending more points to learn. Where is that thing? Ah, there we go. So that would be 16 points plus the 24. So I'm not going to spend 40 points to unlock that right now. That'd be almost half of what I have. I actually think I'm going to just wait. I'm going to hold off and take a look at what we have in the blueprints before I actually do this. I want to spend my points wisely. So anyways, put this hide away, and I am in my full flat gear with metal pick and metal hatchet and whatnot. Now I have learned, well, when I first got my flak armor, I felt invincible. and I could go out and fight anything and just, you know, take hits no problem. And it was fine. Until I had to repair my gear 2 times in one day. And you look, it's a total of, I think, 30-something ingots to repair the entire set. And that's just the armor, not even including the tools. So I've learned to be a little more careful when I'm fighting. I do actually try to dodge the hits as much as I can, and that will hopefully save me the time mining resources. Is this thing gonna attack me? It's gonna attack me. I know it is. I'm ready for it. No? Okay. Somehow spoiled meat ended up on my bar, and I do not want that there because I do not want to eat that. Alright. Done. What is it attacking? I don't know, let's kill the thing now. Oh, it's a saber. Let's kill them both. Let's see if we can. Where'd he go? Well, I killed the bird. Now I need to kill the saber. Thing's fast. Alright, so I'm gonna try to... Jeez, I don't know if I'm lagging or if he's just that fast. Alright, that's lag, because he wasn't even near me. And I got him. Alright, so one thing I forgot to do with him, when you're dealing with the predators, the carnivores, always check the inventory. Never know what you might find. Nothing really worthwhile. Alright. Go ahead and take that meat. And I've got a campfire right down the way here, right where we're going to be working, so I might as well go ahead and get this stuff on the fire. It's not cold here at the moment, but it will be soon enough. It always is. And I'll go ahead and cook it all, because I think we're probably going to need it all. And whatever I don't need, I can always take back to the main base, throw it in my preservation bin, and turn it into jerky, which lasts so long. In the preservation bin, it lasts like 68 weeks or something like that. It's crazy. Wrong button. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook up, and then I'm going to start gathering resources, and I will come back once I have some stuff to build. See you soon. And we're back. This is actually take 2 for this segment. I did about 6 minutes to finish this video up, and when I went to review it, I realized that my fan, which blows directly on me, was on, and I forgot about it, and all you could hear in the fan, or in the microphone, was the fan. You could barely hear me talk. So, I'm just going to go quick review of what I went over. I'm actually on top of the outpost. This is the new section of building. We got all this added in today. I don't have the wall here, mainly because of resources, and because I have to finish this pillar here before I can put walls up there. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Now, it's good to note that doing this by myself, this would not have been possible to do in in the amount of time that I did it. I did not spend the whole day on this, and I'll show you why. What I did do, we did get a new dino today. It's been a great day. Why am I in combat? I don't know. One second. What am I fighting? I think something might be stuck underneath. Alright, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Actually, dinos. Okay, cool. Is it gone or is it not gone? Alright, and this is a perfect example of why I'm expanding. We do not have room for this in here. Hopefully it's not something too terribly bad so that I can take care of it myself. Oh, hey, it's a scorpion. I need chitin. So, let's do this.
Come on, make a sting. Sting, sting, sting. Come on, I want to hit you. Ah, you got it. I don't want him to sting me again. I don't want to fall asleep. Okay, cool. They do tranquilize you. Oh, let's check his inventory. Got some stone arrows, a trank arrow, and a slingshot. Why not? Alright, so I'll switch to the axe. Alright. And some dilos. Hey guys. Give me 1 sec. See, this is what happens. All day long I get distracted. So I never get as much done on what I want to do. Ah, of course they're blind. Where is he? There he is. Got one. And never a dull moment in the world of Ark. I used to be scared of these things. Not anymore. Alright. Can always use some meat. Gotta feed the bird. Gotta feed myself. Alright, where were we? Ah, yes, we were talking about how I managed to get this done in the amount of time I did, and what I spent my day on. We got a new dino. And I can only say this guy is great. I can turn him around here. Big ol' armadillo. Now, the reason he made it so easy for me to get this done is he gathers stone extremely quick. Okay, it's a stego. I thought I saw Spino down there. Alright, he makes this extremely quick. Very easy. What do I see in the water? Is that a T-Rex or a Carno? Oh, see, we got a Spino on the other side there. Alright, so I'm going to try to make this quick. I do not want to get into a fight with either one of those right now with this guy. He's way too valuable. If I can just get off of him. Alright, there we go. So, I'm going to go for some... Whoa, hey, dude. Don't hit me. Okay. Looks like he wanted some stone. Alright, so I'm going to use my axe to get some stone here on this one rock. Let's see how much we get. Alright, 12 stone and flint. Now with this guy... Oh, he's got 77 stone from that. Okay. With this guy, a similar size rock. This one should be about the same size. 21. 36. And you see how quick that is. And he can carry over 300 stone at a time. So I could take this guy out and get about, I think it's 360 stone with his current carry weight in one go before I have to go back. I haven't actually had this kind of fight yet. So let's see what he can do. 2 hits and the dilo's done. Alright, I like this. Oh, good, another one. Cool. Hello. Boy, he's got a swing on him. One thing I've noticed is he always swings to the left, so you have to position yourself appropriately. There we go. How many dilos are there? Wow. And his health is barely touched, so I think I'm safe to go ahead and get some meat real quick from these. 4 dilos, no time at all. You saw how long it took me to kill 2 a minute ago by myself. So, it has multiple uses. Alright. Let me get him back inside. So anyway, very valuable. We actually spent quite a while gathering 500 metal ingots to be able to get this guy. We bought him. He was level 12. And he is now level 14. So just from the stone that I've gathered, I managed to get him up 2 levels. And as he levels, he'll be able to carry more and more because we'll up his carry weight. Yeah, he's absolutely amazing. Now the next plan for dinos, big dinos, is going to be a mammoth. I'm hoping to get one in the next couple of days. Because mammoths do the same thing but for wood, if I'm not mistaken. And that's the 2 resources that we really have the most trouble with. Specifically the stone, that's why I went for this one first. Alright, so the last time I saw one for sale was for 700, so 500 was I did not want to ride. I wanted to check inventory. 500 was a good deal, if you ask me. Alright, he already needed food, so that was perfect. Land. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode. New, very valuable dino. Got most of our new room built. Next time I have a video, which will hopefully be in the next day or so, this will all be done, and I'll have all new storage bins in here. We'll move all of our equipment out there. Whoa. These doors don't always want to cooperate with me. There we go, close. Alright. I did actually put a second forge in here as well earlier. We were trying to get the ingots done pretty quickly so we can get this dinosaur. But I'm actually going to probably put 4 forges in the new area along with some more beds. 1 forge is just not enough when we're trying to make a purchase like that. 500 ingots take a very long time to smelt. It actually took longer for that than it did for us to gather the raw metal. So, of course, on camera, Fred has to poop. Everybody needs their moment of glory. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for joining, and hope to see you again in the future. Have a great day.